Hi everyone! Today we will be talking about what is a reverse culture shock and when do we experience it, or when are we the most likely to experience it. But before we get into what is a reverse culture shock, let's talk a little bit about what culture shock is too. So here's a little bit of a graph that explains, or rather illustrates, the different phases of culture shock. So the first one is the honeymoon phase. So we arrive in our new country, new culture. There's been probably some excitement, anticipation building up over some weeks or maybe a few months. And so everything, feels new, exciting. There are a lot of, surprises. There are things that are different from your home country, and we really love it. You really love them. And so that's called the honeymoon phase. Then comes the rejection phase here. So here it's really about noticing some realities of life. Maybe it's about where you're living, maybe it's about your work, maybe it's some tough adjustments that your family has had to go through or is going through. And it could easily become overwhelming. What really kicks in is um, probably a little bit of nostalgia of how your home country would typically operate in those circumstances, in those situations, and you're missing home, right? Then comes the regression phase, or probably a bit of plateauing involved here. The regression phase is really about your finding group of people to hang out with in your new country that are related to your home country. For example, a community of expats, and the expats belong to the country you're from. Then from there, progressively, there is some change happening, and you will progressively shift into the recovery phase. The recovery phase is really about getting out of the regression phase and starting to feel connections in different areas, maybe in different dimensions of your life, of your work in the new culture, in the new country. You're able to be more objective in how you assess the differences, home country versus new country. You can see some pros and cons. It's not good or bad. There are more nuances to it. Now, what is a reverse culture shock? What is reverse culture shock all about? So, here we are looking at the other side of the journey. So, you have you have completed your assignment abroad. Maybe it's been a work assignment, maybe it's been you taking some time to study abroad. Anyway, there's a new culture involved, and now it's time to go home, right? You're going back home, and you're pretty much excited about it. There is also probably some things that you are sad to leave behind. And so the reverse culture shock is very much the process of readjusting, reacculturating to your home country, to your home culture. You're getting back to it after having lived for some time in a completely different environment. So, as you know, excitement can be present. Like I said, there could also be some stress, some anxiety. The easier it has been for you to adapt to the new culture that you are living in, and the more likely it's going to be that it's going to be difficult, it's going to be challenging for you to readjust to life in your home culture. Something that is also worth noticing is how your friendships may have shifted. you went abroad, you had this experience in a new culture, and maybe some dear friends and family members have not. And so what that means is there will probably be areas or experiences that you've had that they haven't. There may be growth that you're able to notice, to see in yourself, that it hasn't been a shared experience with your friends or family members. So I just want to really mention this because I want this to I would love you to keep this in mind. You may have had a year of having completely different experiences from comparing with your best friends. So let me know, how was your experience of going back to your home country, to your home culture, going back home? What did you experience to be the most challenging things? Maybe it's been something in your day to day. Maybe it's been something with work. Maybe it's been readjusting to some friendships and ways of doing things. Let me know in the comments, and feel free to send us a message too. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, to hit the button subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!